last NFL topic, we're going to get into the biggest NFL story right now. Brian Flores versus the NFL, man. I don't know, did you see his interview this morning on Get Up with Greeny?
No, I did not.
Very good. It's like a 20-minute interview. Okay. It's Flores, his lawyers, and Greeny asked some really, really good questions. And Flores basically was, for those of you who don't know, if you live on the rock last 48 hours by the time this comes out, is he's suing the NFL because, he doesn't feel that black coaches are getting an actual shot, which, of course, we can all see. There's only one coach in the NFL, black coach. And it's have to be Mike Tomlin to NFL. And he said there was a situation where Bill Belichick, and I think Bill did this on purpose. Bill did the Larry David accidental text on purpose. Accidental. He definitely pulled the Larry David. Accidental text.
Yo, Bill operating in the mold of Larry David just has me in tears.
Bill didn't want to get back at the Giants for decades. I feel like, and maybe Bill just had a senior moment.
But he also knows his people though.
Yeah,
they gave him his shot. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe he probably don't have. He probably just got him.
He has a relationship with the Maras. That's how I think he knew.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? He has a relationship with them. It's funny. I was talking to my boy Kareem, who's a fellow Jet fan. He had a complete opposite take. He was like, Belichick threw them 2 Super Bowls because he loved the Giants so much.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
So there's all kinds of conspiracies.
That's a Kyrie goofy meme take right there.
But yeah, I felt bad for Bill because it was probably an honest mistake, bro. He literally was. He probably ain't even know Flores was being interviewed for the shit. He was probably just like, "Yo, congrats, bro. Good for you. You one of my former assistants and you one of my former employees." Good for you, bro. Happy for you. Kill it. Whatever. You're not even into my freaking conference. I don't even got to think about you.
Yeah.
Get the hell away from Josh Allen. Stop cooking me.
Stop cooking me, right.
Straight up. Bro, they didn't punt the whole game.
The whole game.
So, I feel bad for Belichick, and as much as I could possibly feel bad for Belichick, but it's the same story with the NFL. Their owners just don't think black people can do it. They just don't. If they did, they would hire more black people. They don't think black men make good coaches.
I mean, that was obvious from what he said that John Elway did. They said John Elway and the owners came into the interview drunk, hungover, and an hour late.
Wait, who said that?
That's what Brian Flores said when he interviewed for the Broncos.
He said that on Get Up?
Yeah, on Get Up. Yeah,
wow.
Before they hired Vic Fangio, he was in the interview, and they came an hour late. John Elway and I think the owner were hungover.
Oh
and Greeny was like, "How'd you know?" He said he looked at Greeny like, when somebody's been out a night before, and they weren't really paying attention to him, man. But my initial thought when I heard this was one, it was funny as hell that Bill didn't have Brian full name. And the fact he old and he probably just got Brian. And we know he don't put pictures in his phone. So that was the funny part. So it's like, once I got over the initial comedy of it, I was like, whoa, I hope he's not really trying to be a coach again. Because my issue with the Cap thing was I feel like Cap wanted to be a social justice, but also wanted to play. And I'm like, that ain't going to work like that,
They're not going to let you back in the league.
They're not going to let you that. But when I saw this, he's like, I understand that I'm probably not going to get another shot coaching. He said, I hope I do, but I'm probably not, but I'm okay with that. He said, if this just has nothing to do with me. And I thought it was a little wild when his lawyer was like, he is the Rosa Parks of the NFL. And I was like, all right, relax.
We doing a lot.
What are we doing here?
It's football jobs.
It's football.
It's not like voting and just getting a job at all.
My favorite barbershop bit was Rosa Parks ain't do nothing but sit our ass on that bus. Relax. And it was a Jewish guy, so he was real off the top. He's the next Rosa Parks. I was like, okay, chill out. But Brian Flores was like, I understand it's not, but I feel like the change needs to happen. And they said they're not settling. So they're going full steam with this. What's your overall thoughts on the whole thing?
Look, first of all, it's obvious that he's just tight.
Yeah.
He's mad. Rightfully so. He was pissed off because to bring this lawsuit, that thing only happened 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Or not, however many days.
2-3 weeks, yeah.
And so for you to have that happen to you and basically 9-10 days later have a lawsuit drafted, a class action suit drafted, just shows he really felt a way about it. He's just like, this is bullshit.
And I feel like he was not just disrespected, but kind of like embarrassed. Like,
yeah, because the Fangio thing, man, like, and nobody thinks Vic Fangio is like some incredible coach. He's already out of there.
He's a good defensive guy. He was Bears defensive coordinator. He's not a head coach.
Right. Yeah. But he's already out of there.
Yeah,
which is
he's gone.
It's not like they hired their next McVay or their next Shanahan.
Right, their next decade guy. Yeah.
Fangio, and who obviously did not do as good a job in Denver as, Flores did in
Miami. Yeah.
Miami. I just think he would, like, the speed with which he did it shows me that he's tight, because these kinds of things are hard to prove in court.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think he's just like, nah, like, we taking them to court. We're going to depose these fools. We're not settling for the bread. We want everything to be made public of how the system works. Yeah. My thing is, man, the only way that some real, actual, tangible change could happen would be, for the players to step up to the plate, which is just kind of like, the players,
they can't even
using their will.
They can't even get on the same page for CBA.
Right,
you know
what I'm saying? Like, to do that for coaches just seems like
they didn't
unlikely.
do that for their own with Cap.
And then the second thing that would need to happen is us. Satisfied, fed football fans.
Hey, man, like I said, I'm going to be very clear. I can be very clear. Roger Goodell could call me a nigga to my face, and I'll be like, that's your opinion. I'm going to forever watch. It just is what it is. I love football, bro.
There's no two ways about it. Like, there was a time, I'm not going to lie, like, when the Cap stuff first happened, and, I could be real. Like, I'm a Jets fan. It was kind of easy to ignore the NFL because I was, like, just feeling disgusting about it, right? And it's not like my own team was doing great, and so I had to watch it.
Right.
So I was able to, for, like, a season and a half, just avoid it, go to Super Bowl parties, etc., and do whatever. But now I'm just fully back on board. Like, I'm back.
I think a lot of people are.
I'm just fully just like, this is it.
I seen somebody at the Charger game with a Cap, the black jersey, and I was like, it defeats the purpose of that.
Yeah, I don't understand what you're doing with that.
Like, one of them, them expensive beers at the game that's like easily $15. Like,
yeah, I don't know what you're trying. I don't know what you're trying to do.
What are you trying to do here? Like, and I feel like it was like a 6 month.
What are you protesting exactly right now?
I feel like there was like a year period. Like, I remember even when my last job, I was in the kitchen one time. One of my coworkers, he was like, "So what are you doing this weekend?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, it's the Super Bowl. Like, what the fuck question is that?" He's like, "You still watch football?" Yeah. I'm like. And I still got a theory that if Kaepernick was actually a good quarterback, he wouldn't have got out. Like,
I mean,
I feel like if Patrick Mahomes decided to do the same shit right now, it would still be backlash.
Here's the difference. I think for sure when by the time he got blackballed, he was just as good a quarterback as Jimmy G is right now.
Oh, for sure.
100%. And Jimmy G's going to get another job. He's going to get a starting job.
Yeah,
let alone backup and all of that kind of stuff.
Well,
you know
I always said
like,
that
he was clearly still a starting quarterback. Yeah. And starting quarterbacks don't grow on trees. That's how to show you how tight they was.
Good quarterbacks don't grow on trees.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's so hard that if you even got an okay quarterback, you got to pay him.
Yeah. Just look at what Jared Goff got. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about that. Mm-hmm. Think about the dude, freaking what's his name, man? That used to be on the Eagles. That's on the Colts now. What's his face?
Oh, you talking about Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz. Look at him. He's gonna get a second contract. He's getting a second look. Like, so, just think about their level of play. Cap was at that level by the time he got blackballed. But look, we're not gonna turn away and be like, NFL, we don't like your business practices, so we're going to stop watching. So players not going to do it. We're not going to do it. The owners are never going to see a difference in their bottom line. And we know for a fact that's the only thing that moves them. They never do something because it's out of the goodness of their heart. That's not how these people operate.
Vince McMahon, he don't give a shit, man. Like, I think
Goodell does give a shit, but he works for the owners.
This is also true.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, what's he gonna do?
I always say Jerry Jones is the co-commissioner of the NFL.
Facts.
Like he has a lot of power, and I think that. I don't know how this is going to end up, but I do. First I was like, I didn't know what his angle was, but now that after watching the interview, I applaud him.
He want to put these people on blast.
He want to put them under.
He want to put them on Front Street. He wants to embarrass people publicly.
I am for public embarrassment.
Yeah.
I love it.
And by the way, I'm somebody who believes in the power of public ridicule.
Me too.
I really do believe like there's something to like every time I walk into that restaurant, people like like people feel that shit.
Oh, 100%.
I think even rich people, powerful people want to be able to go to fucking Nobu or Carbone or wherever the fuck they like to go and be able to do it in peace and not have people stare and pointing like, ain't that the dude that grabbed the chick's tit at his job?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people want to be able to live in peace, and I do think like getting dragged through the mud and having some of your dirty laundry out there, like
the Shield don't like that, man.
I'm telling you, I think it's gonna have an impact.
Oh, one of my favorite lines from Entourage is when Ari told E, "You're embarrassing me in Coy. Like, just you embarrassed me in a restaurant. What are you doing?" Like that's exactly what the NFL doesn't want.
Also, and just for the viewers and the listeners, like, look, Mans said there's no number they would settle for, but
right.
we all know.
We all know. Everybody has a
number. Everybody has a number. There's a number.
What the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase said, there's always a price.
There's always a price.
Always a price.
So, and again, this is not some poor league. We're talking about the National Football League. They got money.
Cashed out.
Exactly. So
I think Cap got so much money, they didn't even announce it. That's how I know Cap got cashed out.
I think they did say that. I think they said how much he. I don't remember.
I think it's an NDA that they had to sign.
Oh, okay.
He got cashed out, and all of a sudden he got a Netflix series.
Yeah, I would say, man, cause like let's just say they was just like, yo, because of the way we did this, we probably cost you like 60 mil in career earnings.
Hey
60?
man, you pay me, and the other thing when we gonna move on is when they said he was offered $100,000 per game to tank. Look, man, I'd have had the Dolphins, I'd have had the 0-16 Lions looking like the '89 Niners. I'd have been going for it on full. I'd have been going Wildcat with Matthew Stafford. It'd have been nasty. Like, so, you know, you're a better man than me. But, you know, and then Hugh Davis came out. Well, they did that to me. Like, Hugh Davis, you just stink. Okay, like, it's not that.
They would have been able to get Joe Burrow if that was the case.
You know, but
look at that. It's
going to be something to monitor, man. You know, it's going to be a topic of conversation for this week. But, you know, next week when we're going to be talking about Stafford Burrow.
Yeah,
it's going to be
time.
It's going to be in there. But,